Here's what I've seen, and I bet every one of you can vouch for this, speak to this. You've all seen it as well. What typically happens or has happened in the past is, and I'm going to use he as the one who did the betrayal or has the addiction, and she, I know it can be the other way around, but most of the time this is what we see. After the discovery of betrayal, so often the one with the addiction or the one who did the betrayal gets the bulk of the resources and the focus in terms of treatment. And if there's anything left, then the betrayed partner gets something for herself. This is really like at almost any scale, people with little and people with a lot. It just seems to be a huge imbalance. And it's a matter of justice because betrayal itself, intimate betrayal itself, is an injustice, right? If I'm withholding your reality, I am unjustly taking from you choices. I think that what we're trying to do here, what all betrayed partner providers are trying to do, is right this wrong. I guess now, especially as I work with couples particularly, I'm seeing the long-term effects of a betrayed partner not getting the treatment she deserves, to the point that the one who did the betrayal may be getting better, but because of the trauma, the partner is still left in the past. So I'm just kind of throwing that out to y'all. Any thoughts or comments on that?
I have had so many wives that have come to get their disclosure and get through that crisis point, but then back off of therapy because it's too expensive, because he's got a group and he's got individual therapy, or he maybe goes to inpatient, or maybe gets neurofeedback. And then she comes back to me and she goes, oh my gosh, he went away. He went to inpatient. He's doing great. And I'm stuck. And it's because she didn't do her work. And I don't say I told you so, because I'm not mean like that. But the truth is, it happens to us whether we stay in the relationship or don't, and we need the treatment that's there, and it shows after a while, if not. So absolutely agree with you.
I guess I think all betrayed partners go through that moment of shock and not really knowing what to do, what help they need. You know, I remember early on when I was asked, well, what do you need? I would get really frustrated. I don't know what I need. I've never been here before. How am I supposed to know what I need? So I feel like what was a game changer personally for me is when I recognize that if he's the problem, and in my mind, because he's the problem, he's the solution, that is completely disempowering to me. And I have absolutely no control over my own life if the solution to that is fully on him. And I think of the analogy of being in a car accident. If he's driving the car and he's under the influence and he crashes it and we roll and I'm thrown and I'm injured, is he responsible? 100%. But do I decline medical treatment because it was his fault, not mine? That just does not make good sense. So if you look at it from those lenses, it makes perfect sense that you're impacted. You not only need support, you deserve it because you didn't ask for this. And to me, when you take control of your own healing, you are empowered to make decisions for your life that are in your best interest and the best interest of your marriage, your family. I think it's imperative that partners get the support that they need. And yes, to your point, Jake, I do think that they get what's left over. And it's not fair. And it's frustrating for me. That's one of the reasons why I really like to do couples work now. Because at least if you're doing couples work, you can still have some support for the partner.
And I think I would probably just kind of share with Stacey, just agreeing with her what I hear in session a lot, and it's very much like that, is when the resources begin to dry up, the betrayed partner, typically steps away for a time being. And I think part of my job as a clinician is to encourage them to continue on, to encourage them to come back when they can, because I do think it's important that the process that they're both going through, she really needs that. She really needs the support. She really needs tools and accountability, and if not even just the groups to help her. So just advocating for them is one of the things, and encouraging them is one of the things I feel like that is one of my gifts.